Hello po, magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. My name is Dian Sarte and I am the Learning Solutions Manager of Rex. I am very happy to be with you today because we are going to talk about something exciting, something that we should look forward to. Ito po ay isang tool na gagamitin ng inyong mga anak, ng kanilang mga teachers, and kayo rin po as parents this coming school year. And this is a learning management system which we call Schoology. Okay, but first, let us put context first on why do schools are subscribing to technology like learning management systems. Okay, so all of us are aware of what is happening with our country and with the whole world. Okay, all of the countries are affected by the pandemic. Okay, according to UNESCO, there is over a billion user worldwide or billion students affected by this pandemic. They are not able to go to schools or colleges and universities because of the different measures that their countries are taking to stop the spread of the pandemic. Okay, now in Philippines alone, meron po tayong affected na more or less 28 million students ang hindi makakapasok sa eskwelahan. Now, our government, our president has already gave an announcement na hindi niya papayagan ang mga estudyante na pumasok sa eskwela until magkaroon ng vaccine. But I believe there was a vaccine found or na effective, but it's very expensive and not all of us can afford it. So now, the challenge is, given na mahal ang vaccine or wala pang vaccine dito sa Pilipinas, how can the education continue for our children despite of the crisis that we are experiencing? Now, it is a good thing that our dear school has decided to subscribe to technology like Schoology or learning management system because the face-to-face and the traditional classroom setup is close to impossible. Okay, because yung cancellation of classes and the social distancing that we are strictly observing, we need to make sure that our teachers and your students are safe from the pandemic. Now, the schools are looking into different modalities on how the education will still continue, like virtual learning, meron po tayong blended learning na tinatawag, and there are other alternative modes of education to reach out to the students and to ensure that the quality of learning is still there despite the situation. Now, in virtual learning and in blended learning, this is a computer-mediated instruction. Hence, the school decided to subscribe to learning management system, which is Schoology. Now, ano ba tong Schoology na to? This is an online platform. This is a place to communicate, to get assignments and quizzes, monitor the grades, and track your child's progress all in one place. Now, ang ating po mga teachers ay gagawa po ng mga materials in the platform and yun po ang i-access ng inyong mga anak. Now, ano ba itong, kami po sa Schoology, kami po sa Rex, ay ang official channel partner ng Schoology in the Philippines. Schoology is a platform that originated in the United States, particularly in New York, and kami po sa Rex ang official distributor nito, kumbaga dito sa Philippines. Now, what are the different functions or different features of Schoology that can be used by the teachers and the students? Okay. Nandyan po ang ating pag-create at pagsagot ng ating mga test, mga assignments. Makikita po natin doon yung lahat ng mga subjects na tinitake ng ating mga anak. Meron po siyang private messaging to connect everyone within the school community. It is also, naka-enable din po ang ating gradebook and attendance in the platform. And of course, yung ating discussions, the discussion of your children with their classmates is also they are able to communicate through online discussions in the platform. We also have different applications that can be integrated in Schoology. So if their teachers are using educational tools like Kahoot, TED-Ed, mga Nat Geo, and YouTube for giving out content, this is possible with the use of Schoology. This also has a lot of resources that the teachers can use as added content for your children. There is also a built-in calendar in Schoology that can be like a centralized location for any important events and mga deadlines that your children needs to meet. And of course, nandiyan din yung sharing. Okay? Sharing of audio, mga video learnings, mga recorded lecture by the teacher can be shared in the platform. And aside from that, the teachers and the school leaders can also create groups to collaborate the different users of Schoology in their community. So now, let's focus on what your children can do in Schoology. The first is, of course, they will have access to the different contents shared by the teachers. Okay, so kung ano lang po yung mga materials na isi-share ng mga teachers sa inyong mga anak, yun lang po ang kanilang makikita inside Schoology. They are also able to answer assignments, mga assessments, mga tests and quizzes in the platform. So they are not limited to what they are doing in the physical classroom. Whatever they can do in the classroom setup, they can do inside Schoology. They can also see the grades in the built-in gradebook. They can create portfolios. They can collect or store their artworks, their poems, their short stories inside Schoology, and they can showcase this to the whole community or to everyone that is using Schoology in their school. They are also able to communicate with their teachers through private messaging or through discussion forums, and of course, collaborate with their classmates through the discussion forums that will be created by the teachers. Now, let us focus on what you can do as parents inside Schoology. So, nandyan po yung, of course, makikita po ninyo lahat ng subjects na tinitake ng inyong mga anak. You can also check the scores of your children, yung mga tests and assignments po natin. You can also see the upcoming deadlines and assignments of your child so that you can work with them if they need help with a particular assignment or project that are given through Schoology. And nandyan po yung makaka-receive tayo ng announcements and messages from the teachers and the school leaders. Okay, it is important for us to be on board or to be aware of what is happening with the school. Because as you know, tayo pong mga parents, tayo ang magiging teacher ng ating mga anak most of the time. Because they will not be reporting to the school, they will be studying and spending most of their time or all of their time at home. So it is important for the school leaders, for the teachers, and the parents to work together para po ma-ensure natin that the students will be progressing pa rin. They are involved and they are engaged in their learning. And of course, Schoology makes it easy for the parents to stay involved in their children's education. So, Schoology being a cloud-based system, or it works similar to all other applications and websites. So, if you are not with your children 24/7, if you are a working parent like me, or if you're working abroad, okay, as long as you have your Schoology account with you, then definitely you can see what is happening with your children's studies, because you will have access to their activities inside Schoology. Now, as adults, we need to also be aware of what are the differences of the social media platform and Schoology. Marami po tayong na-encounter ng mga schools na ginagamit ang Facebook sa pagbibigay ng assignments or mga quizzes. Okay, now, we have to be aware that the use of social media is really not it's not conducive for teaching and learning. Why? Because number one, everyone is your friend. Okay? Wala siyang defined role na, ay, teacher ko ito, this is the principal, this is me as the student. There is no differences with the role in social media. You can share everything to anyone, anytime you want. And there are a lot of distractions in social media. There are a lot of unnecessary stuff that your children may access to. And aside from that, we are also exposing our children to a lot of negative things like cyber predators, cyber bullies, and mga fake news. Okay? While in Schoology it has the feel of social media because they can still comment, they can still like and collaborate with their classmates and teachers. But this is a safe and moderated learning environment because all communication, all posts are overseen by someone with authority, particularly yung mga teachers natin and the school leaders. And aside from that, to prevent cyberbullying, private messaging between students are disabled to ensure that all communication will be overseen by someone like a teacher or a school leader. Now, last year or the previous years, okay, the different institutions of our government are discouraging, or they're asking the school to stay away from social media and giving out assignments, or anything related to school. Okay, that is why most of the schools are now choosing the platforms like Schoology or other learning management systems in giving out mga assignments and projects to the students. Okay, this is mandated by the DICT, by the Department of Education, and the Commission on Higher Education for the academic institution to stop using social media. Okay. Schoology is also cybersecurity compliant because they are a recipient of Children's Online Protection Privacy Act certificate. This is given to organizations that are committed in safeguarding the information of your children that are collected online. And aside from that, Schoology is also a recipient of ISTE, or International Society for Technology and Education. They are a recipient of Proficiency Seal because they enhances the digital skills of our students. Now, Schoology is cloud-based. Okay, so just like what I mentioned earlier, it works similar to Google, to Facebook, to other websites. Okay, so as long as you know your Schoology account and you have an internet connection and a device with you, whatever device that is, if you're using a smartphone, a tablet, a laptop, or a desktop, then you can access Schoology. Okay? Kahit anong brand po yan, mga parents, kahit anong model po yan, you will be able to use Schoology, okay? As long as it's smartphone and it's a tablet. Okay, so you can access Schoology in two ways. Okay, the first one is using a web browser. So, a web browser po is yung ating mga Google Chrome, mga Firefox, or Internet Explorer, or Safari. So, ito po yung mga web browsers kung saan gagana po ang Schoology. So, aside from the web browsers, you can also access Schoology in mobile app. Okay, so Schoology has a mobile app that you can download in Google Play or App Store. But you need to make sure that if you're using an Apple device, you need to make sure that your Apple device has the latest 3 versions of iOS. And if you are using an Android device naman po, you need to make sure that your OS is the latest 5 versions. Okay, so again, Schoology can be used through using a mobile browser. Okay, so here, you can download it in Google Play or in App Store, and it is free of charge. Now, we have gathered some questions from the parents kung ano ba talaga tong Schoology and how this can benefit me and my child. Okay, so just to recap lang po, what are the benefits of Schoology to my child? Okay, number 1 is that they will have access to safe and secured learning environment because we are providing a dedicated website for the school, okay, to make sure that only their students, their parents, and the teachers and school leaders will have access to that website. Okay, aside from that, your students or your children will also have access to the courses anytime, anywhere. This also gives access to the learning materials provided by the teachers, and it also protects your child from cyberbullying and malicious sites because all of the content will be accessed through Schoology website. Now, for the parents naman po, what are the benefits of Schoology to you as parents? Number 1 is that you will get an access to school-wide announcements given by the teachers and the school leaders. You will also get to communicate with the teachers through group discussions or private messaging. You can also view assignments, view courses and calendars of your children. And of course, you can monitor the performance of your child anytime, anywhere. Now, how can I use Schoology on a mobile device or tablet? So again, Schoology is accessible via web browser or mobile application for both Apple and Android devices, and you can download the mobile application for free. Now, another question na madalas pong tinatanong sa akin is what can you recommend for students who have limited gadgets or access to internet connection at home? Okay. If you are using an Android device, the students can download the materials, yung mga files na ibibigay ni teacher, they can download it when they are online, and then they can, when they don't have internet connection already, they can view and it will be available yung mga materials na dinownload nila if they don't have an internet connection. And aside from that, kailangan po bang magkaroon kami ng internet sa bahay? Okay, so if you do not have internet connection sa bahay, if you're not subscribed to like PLDT or Globe or Smart na internet at home, then you can subscribe to mobile data. Okay, you can definitely use mobile data to access Schoology. Now, another question we are often asked by the parents is, what if I forget my password in Schoology? Now, we have an assigned system administrator or learning solution specialist to check and provide you or reset your password when you forget it. Or you can also email us. Okay, you can also save an email, your personal email in your Schoology account, and then if you forgot your password, all you have to do is to simply click on the forgot password, and then the instruction to reset it will be sent directly to your email. Okay, so these are the some of the questions that are being asked to us by the parents. Now, if you want to know more about Schoology, or if you have any questions you would like to raise to our team, feel free to contact us in our website, rexpublishing.com.ph/Schoology, or you can also send us an email at schoology@rex.com.ph. Okay, so this is the end of our parent orientation. So again, if you have any questions, feel free to email us or connect with us through our website, and we will be very happy to answer your questions. Okay, so maraming salamat po. Stay safe, everyone, and thank you for lending us your time for this session. Salamat po.